Hello and welcome to the channel. We are here today with the lovely people from Princess Motor Yacht Sales to have a look at this beautifully styled Princess S65. What an incredible piece of motorboating this is. So we start on the bathing platform, which is high-low. You can see there's a lovely bit of entertaining lounging space out the back there, and underneath here is the tender garage, which we will quickly ask them to open for us. So as you can see, the old safety alarm is just going up, but what's really neat is you can fit a Williams 345 tender in there, because if you look at it, and it's actually pretty quick, that hasn't been speeded up, that is conventional opening time. What a decent amount of space you have in there. You've got the winch at the back for pulling it in, then this system, effectively the bathing platform that we are standing on, you can see the demarcation line there drops down, and then that running system runs out and enables you to launch and recover the tender with real ease. And then there you go, there's a little sort of, I think that's for a sea bob to store in there. So pretty impressive space. So we'll let them shut that down, then we'll carry on with the tour. So as I say, high-low bathing platform there, we'll crack on, and then in here is sort of a technical space slash lazarette. I'm not going to climb in there because I'm sure you've seen a lazarette, but I will stick the camera in just to give you an idea. Over there you can see the chiller units for the domestic air conditioning system, and right the way down there you can see a Seakeeper 18, I think that is. And if I spin the camera around, a bit more storage behind us, batteries down there, just a general area for bits and pieces. Lovely, thank you. So we will continue around. There are some people on board, so we're going to have to be cautious as to how we do it. So I think we'll go up the side deck this side. Again, beautiful as you would expect, stainless work in-house from Princess. Lovely winch. If you're mooring stern to, a winch is an absolutely essential piece of kit. That tender garage we just looked at, when the tender door is down, converts into this rather lovely sun lounging area. There is an extension over the slightly shorter Flybridge overhang because this is the S variant, and then tucked neatly under here is the crew cabin. We'll have a quick peek down there. So this is the crew cabin, which we'll let's quick sneak in whilst we are here. Be rude not to. And whilst it is a bit of a climb down, bear with me while I do climb in, it's actually bigger than you think. So for starters, plenty of headroom. I'm 1.73 m. Decent sized single berth in there. A little bit of storage at the end, and we do also have behind us here little shower room. Heads, all the usual bits and pieces. The shower, by the way, pulls out the tap in case you're wondering. And then in here behind us there is a quite decent sized wardrobe. So we shall climb out and crack on, and then we will just do a quick sneaky tour of this cockpit area before we head round the deck. So beautiful entertaining dining area here, as I say, covered with a little bit of overhang from the Flybridge. Great seat here. So this is a great place to sit when you're going along because you're protected by the draft or the air of the boat as it flies by you. And then in here we have a little bit of storage. Not sure what's in there. Fridge. And then let's have a quick peek in there. That is probably, I'm guessing, he says, trying to open it. No, okay, we won't open that.
That one's refrigeration.
Oh, is it?
Sink.
Oh, there you go. Sink, fridge. Oh, oh, perfect. There you go. Thank you very much. And I'm guessing this little chap here is, look at that, your aft steering gear. So what a fantastic place to stand and steer. Throttle controllers for the MAN engines, proportional bound stern thrusters, literally with this phenomenal view of the dock and the pontoon as your stern mooring. So we'll slide that back and we will then head up the side deck. Now, well, you can see this, but the way that they've brought this moulding in and then back out again up here is just beautiful. Just beautiful. So head up the side decks, good handrails right the way through, feet side by side all the way up. Very large locker in there for the covers for the seats over here and some mooring lines. Very purposeful windscreen. Nice run of seats there, little coffee table, pop-up backrests for these little seats we have here, or sun lounging area. In here is a fridge. If I then spin around the other way, turn around, and we can see the anchor handling gear we have here. A couple of anchor lockers down there. Another decent sized storage bin in here. And then you can see opening sunroof up here, which is currently closed, with these big solar or glazing panels in there. And there is the Flybridge, which we shall have a look at. Now, because this is the S series, as it says here, it has the slightly shorter, slightly smaller Flybridge, which we'll go and have a look at now. So this is more the sporty version. Still very capable, still very functional, still very stylish, as you would expect from Princess. But I do like the way they've got these sort of different colour mouldings blended in. Under here is your Kenyon grill and a little sink. Fridge underneath. Quite nice, there's a little aperture here. And then there's entertaining dining space here. Pop-up bimini, or electric bimini here. More seating forward. And then pretty much standard helm station compared to what we will see when we go downstairs. Helm seats down there. And if you were the skipper, that would be your view forward. And here we are at the Swanwick Marina British Motor Yacht Show. So let's go and have a peek inside. So you can see these lovely doors slide open. Fairly conventional on these Princess lines is that galley door folds up. Engine bay down there, which we'll have a look at on the way out. Beautiful woodwork. Lovely little worn up floor in there. Dining area over there. Then galley this side. You can see, as you would expect, very high quality Princess. Wash cooking. Over here we have a decent sized domestic fridge freezer. There's more storage down there. I can't remember. That is not. Ah, here we go. I knew there'd be a dishwasher somewhere. Dishwasher in there. And that leads us forward to this relaxing area in the saloon. You can see those big windows and how the light just floods in here. Lovely the way they've moulded in or built in this fantastic woodwork in here. I'm not going to open every cupboard as I say, but I'm going to have a quick peek. There goes another fridge in there. Then underneath here we have the pop-up TV. Princess in-house helm chairs there, and there's that large glazing we looked at from outside for that sunroof. Helm station here, again beautiful the way they've contrasted the black and the silver leather. Access to the side decks via that helm door, and then a bit like upstairs, glass bridge, man throttle controllers, proportional bow thrusters, and that's your view forward. So you can see how it would be slightly beneficial to fold those seats down when you're going along. So we then head down to the accommodation deck. The way that they've opened up this whole area here allows the light to flood in down below. Go past the distribution panel here for AC and DC, all the way down to this lobby area. That leads us forward to the forward VIP. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Lots of mirrors. Again, clever the way they've sort of contrasted in that TV to make it a feature rather than a standout. Plenty of headroom in here. I'm 1.73 m. Plenty of headroom over there. Whole windows, big wardrobe over there. Access then to the VIP heads here, which is not shared, which is quite nice. Lovely moulded Korean vanity unit, mirror, whole windows, and a self-contained decent sized shower in there. So we then come back out of the forward VIP. One turn around here takes us to the shared heads. So this is sort of heads for the rest of the boat, and these two cabins. Lovely big shower, nice view down there. You'll notice in here there's a handle on the door that takes us through. Let's just go through here for the sake of it, to the twin cabin here. Again, similar headroom as the rest of the below deck area. Whole window, storage behind us there, and I'm pretty confident that that will infill to make a double berth. We pop out of here, back to the companionway. That takes us through to this little twin bunk room. Big wardrobe at the back there. Nice whole window and a little bit of storage above as well. And then, as you can see here, a couple of steps down, 3 steps down, takes us past the washer dryer, which is in this cupboard here, into this super serene, very, very relaxed master cabin. Love the way they've moulded in or built in that sofa unit with storage both sides. Big whole windows letting the light flood in. What a great place to sit when you're anchor. Nice big TVs. If you like a film in bed, you're covered. Big whole window, more storage over there. But what's clever is this bulkhead behind the berth here effectively shields this cabin from the engine bay, because you've now got in here the ensuite heads. Again, lovely moulded Korean sink, big mirror, heads, lovely shower. You can have a shower, obviously, if you weren't on the pontoon, and look out the window at the sea. But yeah, if you think the engine bay is over here and the master cabin's here, so you've got this whole sound gap shielding it from the engines. Big wardrobe in there. So what a beautiful cabin. Love it, absolutely love it. And again, completely flat ceiling in here and a completely flat floor. So last but by no means least, I'll have a look at these beastie engines they've got in here. If you don't want to look at the engines, that's absolutely fine. I'll say goodbye to you now, but do please like and subscribe. It makes a massive difference to us on the channel. So if we climb ourselves in to this rather lovely engine bay. So starting at the back there, you can see we have the Cummins generator. A little bit of battery storage down there. Huge exhaust stacks over there for these rather large turbos, which are feeding these very, very large twin V12 MAN engines. And I think if I've got this right, they are rocking in at 1400 horsepower each. It's 2800 horsepower propelling this boat. So you can see why it's the S variant. There you've got the chiller compressors for the AC, fuel tank on the port side, the MAN engine controllers, fuel filters, raw water intakes down there. Same on the other side, fuel tank, chiller units, and a very large fan, obviously, because these engines are going to be gulping air at a phenomenal rate. So there you go. And I think if I've got this right, that you're going to be looking at sort of 34 to 36 knots as a top speed, and obviously cruising speed is pretty much down to you. I'm going to guess anywhere above about 8 knots is going to give you a really comfortable cruise at a really good fuel burn. But that realistically isn't why you buy this boat. So we'll finish off by saying thank you very much for the fantastic team at Princess Motor Yacht Sales for letting us have a look around. It's truly spectacular S65. I'm going to ask you to like and subscribe, as 90% of you are not subscribing to the channel, so do please subscribe. Makes a massive difference to us. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time round.